This conference will now be recorded.
So my today's agenda is to explain what is the project types. Okay, so here when we are going to learn project system, first we need to understand what is the type of projects we are having in SAP project system, so that we can visualize what are the different modules which we need to understand for the integration perspective. Okay, so that is the first thing. Okay, and then next, investment project business case. So I'll take one IM business case, investment management business case, and I'll explain in what reference we are going to understand this course further. Okay, and then I'll go for the organization structure explanation. So first we will understand what is the organization structure, what are the different objects we are having in the organization structure, and how exactly it is helping us to manage our project in project system and object in investment management. Okay, and then further how to access SAP S4HANA system. So we can access SAP S4HANA in a different way. We can access it through GUI, graphical user interface. We can access it through SAP Fury. Okay, so we'll see this how we can access this. Can you mute, please, Krishna? Hello. Yeah, can you mute? Krishna, can you mute? Okay. So one second, just a second. I'm facing some technical issue. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so let me proceed. So this is the agenda. So when we are going to understand what are the different types of projects we are having, okay, before starting, let us understand what exactly we are having in this course and what exactly we are having in the EPPM. So you might be hear the concept of EPPM, Enterprise Portfolio and Project Management. Various places you can see in job portal. Okay, sometimes we are getting the calls. If you are having experience in project system, okay, sometimes we are getting a call for we need a people, we need a person in the EPPM area. So let us understand what exactly we are having in EPPM, and then I'll take you through here what we are having in project system and investment management here. Okay. So actually, the concept of EPPM basically it was previously also available before S4HANA. Okay, but when we are understanding the complete history, how exactly it's arrived in the S4HANA SAP. Okay, so what happened before S4HANA started? Okay, we were having a different module. Okay, like we were having project system. Okay, so just see this how it was there. Project system was there. Okay, which is helping us to manage our project. We were having investment management, which were helping us to manage our projects before starting of the project for the approval perspective or from the budget controlling perspective. Okay, and we were having XRPM. Okay, so where I'm talking about in 2012, this was the XRPM, and one more module was there called C project. Okay, so PS was there, a different module, IM, investment management, XRPM, okay, and C project. What happened later on? because XRPM and C projects were required in various places, okay, together. So they have merged into PPM, and they started to call it as a portfolio project, portfolio and project. Okay. Then S4HANA came, and parallelly there was one more module called CPM, Commercial Project Management. CPM. Okay, and then what happened in S4HANA? Okay, just understand this. So this we have till before S4HANA. Okay, PS was there, IM was there, XRPMC project, and CPM, Commercial Project Management. PS and IM, this was the part of core. Core means like when ECC system was being installed, same time by default PS and IM was there in the system. Okay, there was no need to take an extra license. There was no need to take any extra infrastructure like server or anything. So in a ECC itself, when we were installing the standard system, we were getting this by default. Okay? And XRPM or C project, or finally when it was changed to PPM, we required, that time we used to require a separate server. Okay, separate server or add-on. Okay, so I'm writing it as separate server. Same way, CPM also, this also used to be required a separate server. Okay, just understand that. So this was happening before S4HANA. Okay, and S4HANA, what happened till 1709, the version 1709, this was the same as I am having this picture here. Okay, but after that, what they did, they kept all these things at one place. Okay, one server, which is a S4HANA. Okay, and we started to call it as a EPPM, Enterprise Portfolio and Project Management. So this means what happened? Your PS, so your PS, IM, PPM, now it's a PPM, okay, and CPM, everything was there in S4HANA system. Okay, this was the 1709 version. Okay, so let us understand. So basically the concept of EPPM, okay, it is not a single module, it is having a group of different modules. Okay, so what are the modules are available there in EPPM? First is a PS, second is a PPM, portfolio and project management, and third is a commercial project management. Okay, there is one more module called EPC, Enterprise Project Connection. This module we are using to connect with MSP or Primavera. So what we are doing to connect, let's say to connect my MSP, Microsoft project or Primavera P6, we need some middleware to connect with project system. Okay, which we are calling it as a EPC, Enterprise Project Connection. Okay, so this was also a separate module. Okay. So what happened now? Project system, PPM, CPM, and EPC. There was one more module added here in this package called innovation management. Okay, so innovation management is basically a cloud solution, but when we are going for the cloud solution, the innovation management is also considered as a part of that, is also part of EPPM concept only, EPPM package. Okay, now in S4HANA, everything is coming in one box. Okay, your PS, PPM, CPM, PPC, innovation management. If this is a cloud, then innovation management will also there. If it is on premise, in that case innovation management will not be there. So these four modules will be there: EPC, PES, portfolio and project management, and CPM, commercial project management. So this is very important to understand here. There should not be any confusion that what is EPPM, what is PPM, what is CPM, what is PS, what is IM. So this is supposed to be clear. Okay. When we are going to understand the course, the subject, then it is very important. Sometimes I'll tell that it is going to integrate in PPM. It is helping us to integrate with CPM in this case. So it is very important. Okay. So this course is basically concentrating on PS, project system, which is my base module. And project system is integrated with almost all modules within the core system. Okay, this we are calling it as a controlling module. Okay, and here IM, investment and management, is helping us to manage our investment project. Okay, so IM basically it is helping us specifically for investment project. So the question comes, what is investment project and how exactly it is helping us? Okay, so we'll understand that, but this is the understanding. Here we are going to focus on project system and investment management. So just quickly to understand what is the difference and what exactly we are having an IM and PS separately. When we are doing any investment project, so before starting a project, exactly if we need to analyze this project whether it is suitable for us or not, in that case IM will help us. Okay, if you want to analyze it further after analysis, once it is finalized, then further if you want to control your budget, in that case IM will also help us. Okay, project system, it is directly helping us to manage the project. So once we are going to start a project, okay, before going for more analysis and all, in that case in project system directly we can start a project. Okay, we can understand in this way. Let's say we are the organization, we are the company, and we are running different kind of project. Different kind or different type of project means we are doing investment project, we are doing customer project, we are doing cost project. Okay, so let us understand what is investment project. Investment project basically where this has to be, the project has to be financed internally by the organization. Okay, for example, we are the ABB, Asia Brown Boveri company. So ABB company basically what they does, they do they execute they are big manufacturer for transformer, okay, and switch and gears. Okay, so let's say if they just want to construct one more plant, okay, in that case they have to invest first. This has to be financed internally, right? In that case this will become an investment project. If you are taking a personal level, let's say if you are constructing your house, okay, that is your investment project. But if you are constructing a house for sale directly same time, in that case it will become a customer project where the customer has to finish this project. You can see so many builders, they are executing a project. Okay, they are having residential project, they are having malls. So residential project, how they are executing, they are starting a project, okay, they are buying a land, and after that they are starting to construct the apartment on it, and they are selling it same time, right? So selling it same time means we are getting a money from my customer, we are getting the revenue from my customer. So in that case it will become a customer project. But if I am constructing a building for my, exactly, profit. So in that case, in terms of ROI, we need to understand how exactly it will be beneficial for me. Okay. So when we are starting any investment project, let's say when you are constructing your own house. Okay. So you are analyzing so many things. How this will help me, what benefit exactly I'm getting. Let's say if I'm buying or if I'm constructing house in this particular area, down the line in 10 years, this will be the total total cost of my house. Okay, so if I'm buying it in 1 million, after 10 years this may become 1.5 million. So you are analyzing your ROI, and you are saving your rent. Okay, and after that some mental satisfaction also, some social satisfaction also. So many things are involved when you are starting a project. Okay, and similarly the organization is also starting the projects, but they are having lots of projects, so they need to have certain policies to analyze their project, whether they supposed to take it forward or they should stop it. Okay, or in which cases they can leave the project. Okay, that is also cases. Okay, so investment project, where organization is internally financing this project, we don't have immediate revenue. This will give us a revenue after certain period when you are selling it. Okay, this will become your asset, and you can analyze your project in terms of ROI. Okay, and there are other KPIs through which you can calculate your pre-investment. Okay, so that is important. And then next is a customer project, when customer is financing. Okay, let's say we are the manufacturer for transformer, for example, and someone has given, some client has given an order of 100 transformer manufacturing. So in that case, we are manufacturing, we are producing this transformer for my customer. Okay, so this kind of scenario is called customer project, where customer has to finance, and same time we know what is my revenue, what is going to be my cost. Okay, and then we can calculate profit as and when we are delivering the items to my customer. Okay, this is second type of project. Third type of project is called cost project. Okay, cost project, where the cost is only involved directly, it is the expenses. Okay, for example, expenses, you bought your car. Okay, that is your asset. Okay, but every 6 months you are doing service for that. Okay, so whatever amount you are spending in service of that car, that is your expense. And let's say if it is a big plant. Okay, I'm just taking an example of car, but if it is a big plant where you are having hundreds and thousands of machine where you need to do the maintenance. Okay, in that case what will happen? When you are executing, when you're doing the maintenance, okay, whatever cost, maintenance cost is coming, that will become your expenses. So we are calling it as a cost project. Okay, so this was just quick overview to understand what is EPPM, what we are having in IM and PS, and what is the different type of projects we are having in project system. Okay, just let me go in the more formal way to understand that. Okay, and then we'll go to the
Rama,
next.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Uh, let's say there is a power generation company, okay, electricity generation and transmission. So,
Mhm.
what kind of project that could be?
There are different type of projects they are having. They are having investment project, they are having cost project. Okay, and
But in the investment project, we cannot track. Can we track the revenue?
no revenue, why will you track the revenue? Let's say this is a, if this is a power generation, okay, company, in that
Hmm.
case they may require to install some substation, they may require to install substation. Okay, power generation station as per the customer requirement. Customer requirement, this can be individual customer or this can be corporate. So that is a, whatever the amount they are investing to manufacture that, to construct that particular unit, that is going to be investment.
Investment,
So
okay.
ROI, in ROI you need to calculate in terms of 10 years or 20 years. It's again depend on the organization, what strategies they are following.
Okay. So that power supply, the revenue they earn from that unit,
That is a different,
it will
that
be
is
a
a, that,
different project, right?
that is a different part. Let's say when you are selling, okay, that will not be your projects. When you are selling your utility, okay, that will not be a project because that is an operation. We'll understand that part, but this is just initial. We are going to understand what is investment, what is customer, what is cost project. Okay, so let's keep it simple. We'll go more detail just after 10 or 12 sessions. Okay, just remind me, I'll take it this same question, because till that time I'll clear the process and all. Okay. So next, when we are going to understand project types in more formal way, we are having internally financed project, we are having externally financed project. Internally financed projects again are two types. First is investment project, then another is a cost project, or sometimes we are calling it as a overhead project also. Okay, this is your expenses. So let's say if you are traveling somewhere, okay, you have just make a plan to just go on tour. So this will be expense or this will be investment. What do you think? Any idea? This will be expense because you are not going to get it directly. Okay, that is again you can say I'm just that is different part when you are thinking of social perspective or other way, but you are not going to get it any monetary benefit. So investment project, the project that initially causes cost, because when you are going to execute this project, you have to involve, you have to include some cost to execute this project, and this may generate revenue after certain period. Okay, here there will no customer in initial stage, no initial revenue. Periodic capitalization use. You will understand what is the periodic capitalization, what is final capitalization, full capitalization. Okay, and what is AUC? AUC means asset under construction. Okay, we'll understand that. So the project, this kind of project is acquisition of fixed asset, investment and research and development. That is also one project. Okay, and we can implement this kind of project in IM, PS, CO, PPM, and CPM. As of now, just remember what is my investment project definition. Okay, how exactly it is going to implement by using different modules, we'll understand that. Okay, overhead cost project, there will no revenue, actual cost transfer to expense account. So whatever cost is incurring, that has to settle, that has to be uh, taken into expense account only, and there will no customer, no initial revenue, and here capitalization to cost center. Okay, if you are new to SAP, this cost center, AUC, all these terminology I'll explain in my upcoming sessions. Okay, next is externally financed project. We are calling it as a customer project also. Okay, and these projects will be executed as per the customer requirement. Strategy has to be defined from the customer side, how we are going to execute it. Okay, customer will be there, revenue will be there, capitalization will happen in the product or project. Example, engineering, construction and operation project, ECO. Okay, and MTO, make to order. Make to order, like some you are the uh, let's say I've just taken example, previous example, that we are the manufacturer of transformer, and somebody has some client has given a order of 10 transformer manufacturing. So in that case, uh, what will happen, we have to produce, we have to do the production, we have to manufacture these transformer based on my customer requirement. So that is a make to order. We are making it based on the order which I received. Okay, so when we are going to learn SAP project system, okay, this has to be aligned with understanding of project type. What is my investment project? What is my cost project? What is my customer project? And if you are new to SAP project system, if you are having experience of 2 years or 3 years, so in that case, this will be generally this supposed to be first question from the interviewer: what kind of projects you have worked? Okay, this is project, investment project or customer project or cost project. Okay, and then with reference to that, you can get a next question. So here, when we are going to understand project system, okay, this course basically, okay, when we are going to move further for this course, basically there are two modules. One is the IM, another is a project system. So in IM, what exactly we are having? First, we are going to understand that. Okay, and then we'll move to project system here. So IM, this
Hello.
is small module. Yeah.
Here, one question arise for me is we are starting with IM first and then we go for PS, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But I just seen some videos from IM and after that PS. So IM means I am very new to SAP. So
Uh-huh.
currently my job is with PS only. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not having that much idea of SAP. So while
Mm-hmm.
in that training session, IM was started first. So I am not able to link the IM and PS. That's why. So can
No
we
worry.
start PS first,
I'll
means or
I'll explain. See, there is a way of understanding this complete things. Okay, I can start from PS also. Okay, but you will not be able to understand a full picture. What exactly happened? When I will go in the PS and then I'll start to explain AUC, asset under construction. Okay, I'll start to explain the budget control and higher level how it is going to happen. Then again, I have to come back to IM to explain. So that will be very difficult to correlate the dots. Okay, connect the dots. So that is important. It will not take much time. It is very small module, but very important.
okay,
Okay, you maybe you are not using this module, but it is important to understand. Okay, it's very small. It will be finished fast.
sure, sure.
Okay, yeah. So here basically this module is helping us to manage our budget. Okay, that is a major use of investment management. Okay, this is helping us to manage our AUCs, asset under construction, and budgets in any kind of project. Okay, so let us understand how exactly it is happening. Here, the investment management provide the functionality to support planning, investment, and financing process for capital investment, projects that fall primarily under overhead and maintenance program. Okay, so capital investment, we are saying this module is helping us to manage our planning, investment, and financing for capital investment project. So capital investment project is nothing, it is just your investment project, which I have explained just now. Okay. Then I'm saying project that fall primarily under overhead. So overhead is nothing, it is your cost project. And maintenance programs, this is also a type of cost project only. Maintenance, the same example I have given in my previous statements. Okay. So basically here, this module is helping us to manage the planning, investment, and financing for capital investment project and for cost project. Okay. So how exactly it is helping? Let us see this. Okay. You can correlate with your personal life also. Okay, how exactly this module can be implemented. Okay, I'll just take one very small example. Okay, let's say when you are planning for your future. Okay, let's say I'm planning for my 10 years, 10 years personal planning. Okay, so in 10 years personal planning, what I need to plan, I will plan for some investment. Okay, that what I need to do, and I need to plan some expenses. Okay, operations, or how exactly what are my goals to achieve in this particular period. Okay, apart from investment. For example, I'm saying, let's say some I'll not say this expense, I'll say just my goals, other goals. So let us understand in this way. So this I'm going to 10 years of planning. Okay, here I'll do the investment. Okay, and here I'll plan for other goals. So just take this in this way. I just want to make it simple so that it will be easy to understand the next step. Okay, so investment, let's say I will buy a house. Okay, or construct a house. Okay, next investment, I will buy a car. Okay, next what I'll do, I'll buy a, or I'll do some FD. Okay, then in other goals, let me say here you are planning to go on Europe tour. Let's say go for marriage first and Europe tour. Just keep it simple. Okay, so this is your investment and these are the other goals. You can say this is also comes within goals only, buy house, buy car, FD and all these. First, initially it is coming under the goal only, but just I am going to segregate based on investment and other goals. So here this is investment where you are buying a house because you know this will become a investment for you. Okay, this will give you some ROI, return on investment. Similarly, car. Okay, car also it used to have, it used to call the asset. Okay, FD, fixed deposit. Okay, other goals, marriage, whatever amount you are going to expense in marriage, okay, that will become a expense. Okay, that will become a cost. Okay, that will directly go into expense account. Similarly, when you are going on any tour, so that will also become a expense in that case. Okay, so here when you are planning, okay, this entire things for 10 years, okay, let's say when you have planned these element first, and then next step you need to plan how exactly it will cost me. Okay, for example, buying a house, I'm saying it will be 1 crore. Buying a car, let's say this is a 10 lakhs. FD, let's say I'm planning of 10 lakhs of FD. Okay, and similarly, marriage, I'll spend only 50 lakhs in my marriage. And Europe tour, let's say this also 20 lakhs. So how much exactly you need? Okay, time to time. I'm not saying initially at first place when you are planning, but within that 10 years, what exactly the amount you are going to manage. Okay, that will be here 70 lakhs this side. Okay, and 1 crore, let me keep it round figure, say 20. So 20, 10, 1, and this is a 50 plus 20, it is total 2 crore. So what we did here, we have done the planning, and this is a bottom up planning. Okay, you have planned your goals, you have planned your activities, and then further you have just segregated. Okay, and then you have planned the financials, and again it is you are doing total up to header. Okay, so we are calling it as a bottom up strategy of planning. Another called is a top down, where you already know I am having 2 crore in my hand. Okay, and you are just distributing this amount at different places. Okay, you are distributing 1 crore for house, 20 lakhs for buying a car, 10 lakhs for FD, and then further this is for expenses, 50 lakhs for my marriage, 20 lakhs for my Europe trip. Okay, so in that case this will be top down approach. So first, when we are going to understand this module, investment management, let's follow the first approach. Okay, bottom up to understand that. Okay, and then we will go to top down to understand it. Okay, so what happens generally in company, any company, when they are running a project, okay, they are having some plans, 5 years plan, 10 years plan, yearly plan. Okay, and they need to understand exactly how much budget I need to arrange, how much uh, I need to they need to understand their finance. Okay, how much the requirement is coming from the different project perspective, from different ideas, and then they are approving or they are rejecting it. If I'm taking the same example, when you are going with the bottom up approach, and when you say that this is coming 2 crore of total amount requirement, and you understand that I am only having 1.5 within this 10 periods, 10 years of period, so you can understand that where exactly you need to squeeze your expenses. Okay, you can say marriage, I'll not go for 50 lakhs, I'll just go for 30 lakhs. Europe tour, I'll not go to Europe, I'll go to Dubai. Okay, so you can just cut down your expenses. So first you need to understand what exactly the requirement is coming. Okay, and then you are analyzing it, and then you are approving what is exactly beneficial for me and what exactly I am having as per my organization strategy and how I need to proceed further. So when we are getting these all things, okay, in big organization, it is not like a just small thing. Okay, they supposed to give all these requirement from different department divisions. Okay, so we are calling it as an idea submission or requirement which we are getting from different department. I'm just taking the same example which was put by Krishna, that if it is a power generation company, let's say utility company, Okay, so this company is doing power generation, this company is doing transmission, they are in also in distribution. Okay, so in that case, how exactly it happens? Let's say this is one utility company. Here it is a utility company, power utility. And this company is having three different business line. One is a power generation, second is power transmission, and third is power distribution. Okay, so power generation, here they are generating the power. Okay, and then they're transmitting it to different cities. Okay, and then they are distributing to end user. Okay, so let's say if it is a power generation plant here. Okay, here if it is a power generation plant, then here if it is a city. Okay, this is a city. So what will happen here? This will be transmission from power generation to city. So you will have some substation at this place. Okay, to transmit it, and then you will have substation here. Okay, near to city. So when you are sending, when you are sending this power from power generation from this plant to city, okay, this portion we used to call it as a power transmission. And from here, from this substation, when we are distributing this power to a end user, let's say individual apartment, okay, we are calling it as a power distribution. Okay, so let's say this is the company, and they down the line 10 years they need to define their strategy. They need to understand how much investment they need to do in coming 10 years. Okay, so what they will do, their strategist, they will understand as per going flow, like how much population I'll get in a particular area. Okay, for example, this city is going to extend. Okay, let's say I'm taking example of Noida. Okay, so Noida is there, and then again Greater Noida is there, or let's say this Noida itself, it is just extended to some other area. So they understand then 10 years down the line, okay, they will have more population in this area. So this area has to be developed. So this means to develop this area, we need to supply more power in that area. Okay, so they need to understand their efficiency, they need to understand their exactly capacity now. Okay, so will it be sufficient to provide this power in this area after 10 years also, or after 5 years also? Okay, will it be sufficient? Okay, if it is yes, then no, nothing is required. Okay, and if it is no, that 5 years or 10 years we may require more capacity to generate power, in that case they need to go for generate more power. Okay, so what they will do, they can go for additional power generation plant, or they can go to upgrade the existing plant also to increase the efficiency, so that they can achieve to generate more power as per this area requirement. Understand? So we are having two options. We can go with the modification of existing system, or we can go with the new power plant construction. Okay, which will give us more power to supply in this particular area. So when we want to analyze this kind of scenarios, here investment management will help us. And when I'm saying, let's say this requirement is not coming directly to this power generation plant, someone from strategic department or someone from other responsible department, they need to inform, they need to prepare it exactly the report. Then down the line in this particular area, we need to we may have a more power requirement, so we need to go for power generation, sorry, we need to go for some modification of system, or we may require a more, we need to go for the power this plant construction. Okay, so when we are submitting this requirement, okay, we are calling it as a requirement submission, or we are calling it as a idea submission. Okay, so once it is submitted, then it will go to the responsible department. They will understand, yes, that is true. we need to go for more power generation in 5 years down the line. Okay, but what exactly they can follow as per the organization strategy, whether they are having enough fund to go for plant construction or they supposed to go for modification. Okay, so here the analysis has to happen, technical analysis, financial analysis. Okay, and then only it will be finalized. So let's say after finalizing everything, I'm saying let's go for new plant construction. Okay, so before finalizing of this project, whatever the activities we are performing, that is a part of investment management. Okay, we can submit the idea, we can submit the requirement, we can analyze the requirement technically, financially, exactly how it is. Okay, and then once it is approved, we can convert into budget, we can transfer this budget to the project use. So let's say if we are saying when we are submitting this requirement, okay, and that time it was given 10 million USD. Okay, and then it is reached to the next level to understand the requirement, then they have cut down some few things, and then they reduce it to, let's say, 9 million USD. So 9 million, before it was 10 million, that was my planning value, and 9 million, that has become my budget value now. Okay, so this 9 million, that has to be transferred to project to execute it, then only this new plant will be constructed, right? So this 9 million will be transferred and it will be available in my project, and then it will be constructed further. And once it is constructed, once it is ready, then it will be handed over to this department or this division or responsible person. Once it is handed over, then after that operation will start. And then at the time of operation, you need to do overhaul the system, you need to do the maintenance, time to time you need to do the maintenance. Okay, so that will become again maintenance cost project for me. So initially it was investment project. Once project is finished, then time to time you are executing some project and for the maintenance purpose, and that is called cost project. I hope this scenario is clear to you, and this will help you to understand the entire picture. Okay, and same way you can explain any kind of project in your interview. Okay, that if you have any specific scenario, you can just go in more detail to understand the business process, what exactly these people are doing, and then SAP mapping and how exactly it is going to take in. That is not a issue, that you will understand once we are going in steps to follow the course contents here. Okay, so same concept I am going to explain here. Okay, here. Okay. So I have taken example of ABB Limited here. Okay, this is a real-time example. Okay, ABB Limited, this ABB Limited, they used to create a program. Okay, so just need to understand here some terminology. Program. So when we are creating, when we are going to plan anything for coming years, let's say 10 years, 2 years, 1 years. So in that case, we need to create a program. Okay, so year wise, we used to create a program. The company used to create a program year wise. So 2022, or let's say if I'm creating in 2023, let's keep it is from 2023. Sometimes we are doing the planning in previous year. Let's say I just want to plan from 2024 to 2034. So in that case, I am sitting in the 2023, but my program will start from 2024. Okay, so here the program we are creating, and this program is nothing, it is just having all divisions included it. So like how I have explained there, one is a power generation, one is a transmission, one is a distribution. Okay, so these different processes, power generation, transmission, and distribution, this may be a different department or divisions from where I will get my project requirement. Similarly, I've taken example of ABB Limited. So this company is having 3 different divisions or departments. First is the infrastructure project, second is a robotics division, and third is a transformer division. Okay, so let's say in transformer division, they are getting some requirement. Okay, so they just want to increase their capacity to produce more transformer. So in that case, they need to manufacture, either they need to construct a new plant or they need to go for system modification to get more capacity of transformer production. So here there are two requirements submitted: plant modification or new plant construction request. Second is a maintenance request for plant P001. Okay, so this is the same thing which I have explained. First we are going for, let's say here we are analyzing the requirement from investment perspective. Here I am getting a requirement from cost perspective, cost project perspective. So individually responsible person, they are submitting their requirement that, let's say for plant modification I need 100,000 USD, and for maintenance cost I need 200,000 USD. You have submitted this amount, it is becoming here 300,000. Okay, and then again it is going to, so similar way the individual department or division, they are submitting their requirement, and finally it is become 1 million at header, at program level. Okay, so here it is a budget request is coming from bottom to top, and budget distribution will go from top to down. So we'll understand what is budget distribution, but understand this first: budget request. So budget request, we are individually requesting the budget. Okay, and once it is coming to the header level, then it has to be distributed. Let's say I'm just as a higher management, I'm understanding the requirement, and I'm saying let's delay, or let's remove some of project requirement which is not on priority as of now because we don't have fund. So in that case, this particular amount 1 million will not be approved. Let's say this is approved only 900,000 K. Okay, 900K. So in that case, this will become my budget. Okay, first we have requested that that was my cost, and approved cost is called budget. This is a concept here in SAP. What is we are planning? Okay, that is my plan cost, and what is my approved, that is my budget. So budget is going to control. So whatever further transactions you are executing in system, that will be aligned with your planned budget. Okay, and that will be controlled. You cannot go more than what you have planned in a budget. Okay. So we are going to start from this point. So I hope you understand what exactly we are going to learn in upcoming sessions from IM. Okay, so IM basically it is helping us to plan, investment, and to manage our financing for capital investment and cost project. Okay, so we will create one structure. We'll see how exactly it is going to manage.
Hello.
Yeah. Any question? Yes, please.
What is administrative approval and in-principle approval?
Sorry,
What is in-principle approval and administrative approval? Is there any difference?
your voice is breaking. It's not clear to me, Paulson.
Yeah. What is administrative approval or in-principle approval?
The administrative approval, this is just business terminology. Okay, this is business terminology. It depends on organization to organization. Okay, whenever any new requirement, any new idea, okay, or any new project which is still need to be analyzed is submitted, in that case first it has to be analyzed in first level. Okay, so, or which has to be approved at first level. Similarly, we can have multiple levels to approve this. So any, like you can say this is administrative approval, or this is a higher management approval, this is a finance approval, this is a technical team approval. It depends. It's just business terminology.
Then what about the in-principle approval?
Sorry,
In-principle approval.
in principle approval, huh?
Yes,
In
yes,
principle,
yes.
in principle approval, what happens? Let's say if it is a new, it has to be as per the specification, as per the norms. Okay, that is in principle approval. Norms has to be followed. So this is it depend on project to project. Let's say if you are doing a nuclear reactor project. Okay, so this is having some norms defined by worldwide committee. Okay, and this has to follow the same specification, same thing. We are calling it the in principle approval. So when we are going for any project execution, that has to be approved as per the standard guidelines and specification. Again, it's a business terminology. We'll understand it more when we'll go down the line to understand the subject. Okay.
Yeah. Which comes first and which comes second? That is my question.
Sorry.
Which comes first and which comes second?
We'll understand this, Paulson. We'll go see. This is just a starting of batch,
Okay.
okay, and we'll go in more detail. This which is coming first and which is coming last. This is a business question. This is not SAP question. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll understand that. So let's understand first subject for 2-3 sessions, okay, and once we'll reach in the project system, okay, again we'll discuss about similar business case, and then we'll go in more detail to understand what are the steps, okay. But my suggestion is to go as per what exactly I'm going to explain in the step to understand the subject, okay. You can align with your understanding whatever the project you are doing, accordingly you can align, but which approval is coming first, which is coming last, it is purely depend on the business, organization to organization. And sometimes like whatever maybe some body, organization body, they are having some steps, okay, so that is up to them. But SAP, whatever the business lines you are having, you can implement SAP accordingly,
Okay. That's fine.
okay. Yeah. So this is what we are going to understand today. Okay, and next session we'll go for understanding how you need to create this structure, what is organization structure, because I was thinking to just finish in 1 hour, but it took me more time to just explain, because it is very important to understand first business case, okay, then go to understand how exactly we are going to perform the transactions, okay. So next section directly what we'll do, we'll create an investment program and system, and we'll create these all positions, okay. We are calling it as a position. We'll understand more object and terminology here in the system, and we'll go forward, okay. Just now want to show you how you are going to access the system, okay, and then we'll close it for today. Let me access my system. Okay, so system access will be provided by remote desktop connection, okay. Here when we are logging into SAP system, so there are different way to log in. First is a GUI, graphical user interface, another is a through Fury. So here when we are going to log in it through GUI, first the logon pad has to be installed. Let's say when you are going in any organization, okay, when you want to access the SAP, first the logon pad has to be installed in your local machine. Here the server has to be defined, and here basis team will help us to give all these details, okay. And then you just need to click here and enter here ID and password. Once you are coming here in GUI, all the configuration of investment management project system or any different modules which we are having in S4HANA, the configuration has happened into GUI only, okay. So this is GUI screen, graphical user interface, and once you will come into accounting, you will see here investment management. So this is the module, and here this is a project system, okay. So we are going to work here on these modules. We can access this through Fury also, okay. So Fury is basically, it's a web-based or application where it can be developed for a existing standard transactions, or you can design it for custom transactions also. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so let me just open this. So this is, I'm just accessing it through Fury. Okay, let it load. Yeah. So here, when you are accessing through GUI, you can access here this transaction by executing the transaction code here directly. So let's say when I'm going to create a program, you need to come here, go to master data, go to investment program structure. Okay, here you can create an investment program structure. Okay, similarly, when you want to create a program, you need to go here in investment program definition, go to create. Okay, similarly, you can execute these transactions here in also Fury. Okay, so here in place of transaction, SAP has given application. Okay, there are different modules added here in this system. Okay, and accordingly you can access this transaction to execute it. Okay, and it's similar. Let's say if I'm saying project management, I just need to take any specific. Okay, so let's say CPM transaction I'll execute. Okay. Create. So this is a transaction which I'm executing directly here. It will take time. Okay, because system will take a time to load this data. But yeah, this is the way. And here, whatever the transactions you are having in GUI, the same transaction is going to reflect here in Fury also. In SAP project system and investment management, we don't have much complicated apps. It's very simple. If you are able to understand GUI, okay, this will not take much time to understand Fury. Okay, and options, the functions which you can see in the GUI, it is more than what you are having in the Fury. So it is suggested, it is recommended to do your practice through GUI. However, you can do in Fury also, but let's say if in GUI it is 100 options are given, but in Fury if it is a 50 options are there. Okay, and when you are doing the practice, you will stuck only with the 50. So in future, if you are getting any chance to explore this area, it will not be easy. Okay, so if you are habitual from the starting itself to understand that what exactly we are having in GUI system, then definitely it will help you to replicate or to understand that thing in Fury directly. Okay, so let us close it for today. But if you have any question, please let me know. Let me answer it. Any question?
Yeah,
Raman,